Welcome to the Blue Ridge Community Report. My name is Tom Freeman, Regional Manager for Blue Ridge Communications. This program features our friends, neighbors, and organizations that make our community a special place to live, work, and raise our families. I hope you enjoy this week's report.
Welcome to the Wellsboro House Restaurant and Brewery. We're standing in the brewery right now. Across the street is the hotel, which me and my wife saved from the wrecking ball in 2005. The building was one of the first hotels in Wellsboro, Tioga County. It was established in 1872, housed hundreds of travelers as well as dignitaries. President Teddy Roosevelt actually had a bourbon during McKinley's morning train right across the street. 2013, a lifelong friend of mine was at the bar, and he had brought in some beer that he had brewed and wanted me to test it. So I said, sure. Tasted it, and I looked at him and said, I can sell this. From there, the Wellsboro House Brewery was born. We started in the cellar of the hotel, and quickly we didn't have enough room. The demand was so high that we couldn't keep up just for the in-house purposes. We decided to go larger. So in 2015, I purchased the train station, unified the two properties after almost 100 years, which was very exciting. Now we do in-house 8 beers. We are planning to, in March of 2017, launch our distribution line into 10.5 counties.
Hi, Rob Cathcart, head brewer at the Wellsboro House Brewing Company. Thank you for joining me today. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my brewing history. 7 years ago, I got involved in home brewing, as it's become such a very popular thing today. Chris and I have known each other for about 25 years. I was doing a lot of variety of brewing. I brought some beers in. We did a little taste testing, and through some feedback and consultation, we decided to begin brewing here. In 2015, he purchased a train station. In August of 2016, we did the official unveiling of the Wellsboro House Brewery at the historic train station. What I'd like to do next is to run you through the brewery a little bit and give you a sense of the brewing process. So here we are standing in our grain storage room, and this is really where our brewing process starts. So on a typical brew day, we're going to have all of our grains weighed out and loaded. My assistant is going to load our grains into our hopper, which feeds into our mill in the room downstairs. So I am standing in our mill room after my assistant loads our grain into the hopper upstairs, comes down here, grain gets milled, sent through this flex auger pipe system to our mash tun in our brew house system. So I am standing in front of our 10-barrel brew house system. We are a steam jacketed, steam heated system. A lot of breweries of our size go direct fire. So basic process, we are going to steep our grains in our mash tun for approximately 1 hour. At some point after that hour, we're going to rinse our grains with 170-degree water. We're going to transfer that sugary liquid called wort to our boil kettle. We're going to boil for approximately 1 hour. This is where we're going to do our hop additions and any other adjuncts that we may want to add to our beer. Once we are finished with the boil for an hour, we will cool down our beer through our heat exchanger, our wort chiller, and we will transfer to our fermenters. So I am standing in front of one of our 10-barrel fermenters, and for brewing purposes, 10 barrels is approximately 310 gallons. Now, after we've cooled our wort, our soon-to-be beer, we transfer it to this tank. This is where we add our yeast, any other additions, and this is where we're going to ferment for approximately 2 weeks. We set our temperatures for most ales between 68 and 70 degrees. Once it has been in here for 2 weeks, we'll drop the temperature to 38 over a day and then down to 35 to transfer it for the next bit of the process. So here we have our control panel for our fermenters and for our bright tanks. All of our vessels are glycol chilled. That allows us to have a pretty even and steady temperature for our fermentation. So as you can see here, We have our fermentation temperature set for 70 degrees. Currently that tank is at 69.3 degrees. All of this is fantastic for the operation. I have no concerns. My beer's gonna ferment just as it's supposed to. After the beer is fermented for approximately 2 weeks, it's going to be transferred to our bright tanks. In the bright tank, this is where you are going to carbonate and condition your beer. So the temperature will be dropped to 35 degrees. We will inject CO2 into the beer to carbonate it and condition it. Helps a lot of that clarity happen in your beer. So 5 days in here, and then right from these tanks, we will keg directly. So I am standing in front of our keg washer, and I want to tell all of you that have the hope or dream of starting your own brewery, please be prepared that brewing is mostly cleaning. So if you don't like cleaning, don't get into brewing. Going for the porter as well. Love it. It's a Hefeweizen style of beer, probably the lightest in flavor of the beer, but it's got a good German Pilsner characteristic at the end. This is our south of the border porter. This is our flagship porter. It's got a little bit of coffee in it, so just a slight hint. When we first started the Wellsboro House Brewery, part of our mission statement was that we would do high variety and consistently awesome beers. Currently on tap at the Wellsboro House, we have our Baltic Porter, which is a nice, rich, Baltic style of porter, comes in at 8.9% ABV. We also have our house flagship IPA, our Wink and Blink and Nod Out IPA, coming in at a nice even 7%, easy drinking, more of an English style IPA, has a little maltier characteristic. We also have our Bavarian Steam. This is an interesting style that we came across. It's a German Dampf beer, which is a German version of a steam beer, like an Anchor Steam or a California Steam. This is a nice mix of a Hefeweizen character with a nice German Pilsner finish. We also have our collaboration IPA. This was a collaboration between myself and my cousin, who is also a brewer in South Carolina. From our Dan Smith series, we have our Vanilla Chocolate Porter. We are currently in a collaborative effort with Dan Smith's Chocolate in Brockway, Pennsylvania. We use some of their chocolate products in our beer. We have our Kickin' the Berries. This is our, someone said to me this weekend, our fun beer. This is our Blackberry Jalapeno Wheat. It is a nice kick to the berries. It is a sweet start with a nice little tingle on the lips finish, comes in at 7.1% ABV. And finally, our Rail Boss Red Ale. This is our coffee-infused red ale. We're really proud of this particular beer. It has a Cameroon coffee, which gives it a nice, distinctive, slightly fruity flavor. I want to take a moment. I really want to commend Chris, and I really want to commend our local contractors. I've been to a lot of breweries, and we're very fortunate to be standing in a historic train station that we've really tried to keep the character of that building, from harvesting the tongue and groove to put back on the ceiling, to how our local contractors ran all of our lines to not destroy the aesthetics of the building. I mean, I can look here at the original 1914 carriage doors for the train station. We were very fortunate, and I just really want to give Chris a lot of props and a cheers to him for seeing that vision and for making that happen to really restore a historic building and to put a beautiful brewery in here. So, cheers to him.
It's a small community, close-knit, it's beautiful. We see people, we see their families over and over again. That's what's awesome about our hospitals.
Being affiliated with UPMC is a way for us to up our game.
Together, UPMC and Susquehanna Health are bringing life-changing medicine to north central Pennsylvania.
UPMC brings extraordinary innovation and intellect to virtually every aspect of the work we do. That's why we chose them.
It's an awesome match. We're affiliated with one of the best medical centers in the country.
The opportunity for us to learn and grow is incredible.
Exchanging ideas, sharing research, it's a tremendous opportunity to learn in real time with world-class experts.
When healthcare can be delivered close to home, everyone benefits.
Just to watch all this come together, this is it, and it could only get better.
Changing lives every day. UPMC Susquehanna.
Kelsey Ballerini, and yeah, boy, KC101. Chris Stapleton now, and it's called Parachute. We'll send it to Covington. We're KC101. Hey, we're Tioga County's hometown country station. Gailton, Canton, we love you too. We'll be right back. So let's send out congratulations. I was looking through the Gazette, and I saw Mansfield Hose Company Firefighter of the Year, Benton Best. I'm Kevin Thomas here at KC101, and ever since we started the station, our goal has been to be a community station. We're one of the very few standalone independent radio stations. There's 13,000 radio stations in the country, and they're almost all owned by these big corporations, but we're one of the very few that are still mom and pop, still doing it the way that radio was done before, and I think it's working. People seem to appreciate what we do. We enjoy what we do, helping people out. Hey, we got a message on Facebook. I love these type of stories. Person says, my daughter lives in North Carolina. She posted this on her way home recently. Pretty sure it's your radio station she was listening to. Thanks for keeping the oldies alive. The daughter wrote, just as we were winding the downside of 414 about to hit Morris and fog that was so thick you could hardly see a foot in front of you, one of my favorite songs from my younger days came on the radio, Feed Jake by Pirates of the Mississippi. After the song played, they said it's been 25 years since that song was on the charts. As soon as I heard it, I knew I was home. So we're still doing it this way, and we're still doing fun things, birthdays on the radio, and we even host our own countdown. Almost every radio station does a syndicated countdown. They do national news that they get a feed. We don't have a satellite dish. You hear it, we made it here on KC101, which is what makes it so fun. And we love to get involved, and that's always been the message with the station, telling people to get involved. And I talk to people, like they'll tell me stories where they miss when they leave here, or they come back, or they visit the area, and they feel like the station ties them into the community. In a world where everything is so cookie cutter, the same, chain things, to have something that's unique to your community and customized for the community, people seem to really like that. When you work with the businesses and they say, hey, they're happy with the results from the advertising. When somebody, calls you up and says, hey, thank you for helping us with our chicken barbecue. We had a bunch of people come because they heard about it on KC101. Time to find out who's got a birthday today. It is brought to you the list by Eisenhower's, Tioga County Harley-Davidson. Coming up, Hops and Hogs. It's a week from this coming Sunday. And you're going to get a free custom pint glass. You're going to get some beer sampling from the Wellsboro. So you're going to have some food and 20% off your entire license purchase, too, at Hops and Hogs. That's a big party each year. Well, if you go to ratethemusic.com this week, this is the highest rated song. People go on the website and vote for their favorites. Here's Michael Ray. My dad does payroll in Massachusetts. Everybody else that works for the station lives here in Tioga County, and about 60% of the operating costs in the radio station is payroll. So when the money goes back, stays local, and that's something we've always believed in, supporting your locally owned businesses, keeping the money in the community. It goes around, it creates jobs, and it's local businesses that give back to the community. And we hire employees that are involved with the community. Everybody that works for the station volunteers, does stuff in the community, and that's the type of people that we look for. Hey, KC101, hello. Oh, I can answer. Hi, KC101, hello. Sunday Night Oldies. We've been doing that for about 20 years, and it's a lot of fun, and every listener goes on the air. And if you listen to the show, there's about 35 or 40 callers each show. And I can pretty much guarantee if you're from Tioga County, you're going to know at least a couple of these people. And there's some characters that call in. And again, it's something that pulls people together and feels like they're part of something. They tune in. People tell me we never miss it. I've had several families tell me that they sit around the radio and listen to KC101, or they play board games every Sunday night and have the station on. And I think that's just a great pull together with families. It's showtime. And hello, KC101.
Hello again, Kevin.
And the request lines are open for Sunday Night Oldies here on KC101. I'm Kevin Thomas. Eric Kelly just stepping in.
KC101, I'm Eric Kelly. What's going on?
Howdy, little buddy.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm just wandering Maine and too young to change.
Elkland, is it a party up there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's celebrating our birthdays.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for calling. KC101, what's up?
Hey, it's Todd. How are you doing?
Hey, Todd, how are you?
It's live. We're having fun, right?
That's what we do on KC101, your hometown country station.
Radio gets in your blood, and it's something that you either have a passion for or you don't. But I just have absolutely loved it. Really, not a lot has changed since we started the station back in the earliest of days. We still do one country oldie an hour. We still have news at the same spot at the top of the hour, local news. We still do weather the same way we did it, and it really is the same pattern that's worked for 22 years. It's been a formula that has just amazingly worked. Remember, when I first started up, my parents came out, my mom's helped me set up everything, and my dad's helped me put together the computers, and I'm thinking, what am I getting into here in Tioga County? I never owned a business before this, never managed a radio station, and it was a sink or swim thing, but it worked, and the community was very, very, very supportive. I'm so thankful for the community being here and the businesses that have supported us. I mean, it wouldn't work without that. And we have a personal goal ourselves, and the employees are behind this, that if you advertise with us, we're going to support your business every way that we can. You know, we're going to the restaurants that advertise with us. We're spending money in the stores that advertise with us. And it is so rewarding when a new business comes to town. They trust you to help market their business, and you come back and they say, hey, the ads are working great. I'm seeing new people coming in. They're commenting about my business. And I feel like we're an affordable way for people to get that message out about their business. That's really what the station's all about. There's literally hundreds of people in the community that are, involved with the station in one little way or another, with their voice here and pieces there, and of course all the scout groups that have come through and all the businesses that we've worked with. I'd like to think we've touched upon a lot of the community. It's a lot of fun, and we're always looking for community organizations that want to get involved with this. If you have something going on, a fundraiser, we want to know about it. You want to do an interview with us, that's great. We love putting guests on the morning show with us on the radio, talking about what they're doing and how they're bettering the community and how people can get involved. I mean, it's really, this area is so generous to the community. You see things like Relay for Life, raising tens of thousands of dollars. Special Olympics we're involved with each year down on the track, and you see hundreds of athletes, hundreds of volunteers all coming together. I'm getting goosebumps now talking about it. That, to me, is what makes me proud of my community when I see that, and I love that part of it. Being a small town station, too, what I love, and being, we can do what we want here because we're independent. We have a lost and found pet report, and we've been doing this for years. And when I first did it, I thought, maybe we'll get a few pets home. It'll be one of those feel-good things, and I couldn't believe when we started up how many people called us that were lost their dog or another animal. We literally, I'm going to say 5 or 6 times a month, we get a call where somebody said, thank you, because of the pet report, somebody heard about my dog, called, and it got back home. And it's those type of things that when those people call you in tears, or sometimes we'll get a call from somebody that'll say, I think I know where that dog is that's on the pet report. And we'll say, let me get your name and number. We'll call the person who has the dog. I love making that call to that person who lost that dog, saying, I think I know where Fluffy is. The people just, I've seen them, you can just feel them. They break into tears. They're so excited. And those little moments that you get with the station, it's those things that you can't put a price tag on.
It's a small community, close-knit, it's beautiful. Now, as we join UPMC, it just opens a whole new world.
Together, UPMC and Susquehanna Health are bringing life-changing medicine to north central Pennsylvania.
UPMC brings extraordinary innovation to virtually every aspect of the work we do.
Exchanging ideas, sharing research, it's a tremendous opportunity to learn in real time with world-class experts.
Changing lives every day. UPMC Susquehanna.
Hello, my name is Lori Kopp, and I'm the Executive Director of the Tioga County Visitors Bureau. The Visitors Bureau was formed in 1993 expressly for the purpose of promoting tourism in Tioga County. We service about 6,000 visitors a year. In addition to serving visitors through the Visitors Center where they can pick up information about the area, we are also responsible for marketing, advertising, and promoting Tioga County as a tourism destination. We do that through a very focused advertising program targeted to market areas that are the primary drivers here to Tioga County, like Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Toronto, and parts of Maryland and Washington, D.C. As a member of the Tioga County Visitors Bureau, businesses receive a multitude of benefits. Some of those benefits include a listing on our website, which receives about 300,000 visitors a year, representation in our annual visitors guide, and also the ability to put your business information here in our visitor center to get it into the hands of visitors as they come in. In addition to those basic benefits, there are opportunities for cooperative advertising. If you'd like to know more, please contact me at 570-724-0635 and feel free to check out our website at visittioga.pa.com.
Hello everyone, my name is Frank Granelli and I'm a member of the Mountain Modelaires Radio Control Club. And right now we're indoors at the Charlotte Lappa School, and we fly indoors every Thursday night from 6:30 to 8 o'clock using indoor airplanes, all electric powered indoor quadcopters and helicopters, and anybody's invited to come here and either watch us, or if you've got a drone, bring that over. We are also an outdoor club, and we fly at a field just off Charleston Road and Hillboat, just off the intersection. We're flying mostly from April all the way to November until the weather closes in. And we fly helicopters, radio-controlled airplanes, scale planes, models of full-size airplanes, warbirds, and sport planes. So I thought I'd introduce you to some of the club members, and they can talk to you about some of the indoor airplanes they brought here at the school.
I'm Tom Chilson. I've been in the club for about 3 years. I've been flying for about 7. I fly helicopters. I have the UH-64 that I fly here because it's smaller. Then we go to the little quads. We have different sizes. Then we go to the other helicopters. There's 2 of us that are IPs for the helicopters, and there's 2 for the IPs for the airplanes. And anyone's welcome to come up and check us out, and we'll teach them how to fly.
Good thing I didn't sneeze.
My name is OJ. Been with the club for a couple years. I've been flying RCs for probably about 4 years. I started out with the helicopters, graduated to the airplanes. Now I'm starting to take a particular interest in the FPV drones. That's when you can fly. There's a camera in the front. You view that on here, and you can go behind walls and see where you're flying. It's a lot of fun. It's not easy. These guys like it quite a bit. I started this because a buddy of mine told me that they went upside down. And once they said that, I was hooked. I had to figure it out. I had to know how. And how they work is, it's always spinning in one direction, always. I'm just changing the pitch of the blades. Got positive pitch and negative pitch. When you're in your negative pitch, it's still spinning the same way, but the air is now blowing down. That's how it goes upside down. And if you look at this little tiny piece right there, that's what's called the swash plate. That's what changes all the directions and tells it where to go.
My name's Jim Bacchus, and I've been flying since '83. I wanted to really fly real airplanes, but I couldn't afford it, so then I found out they had RC airplanes, so I went up and started watching those, and I kind of got hooked into that. So it's been a whole lot of fun. And they come out with these electrics, and then we started flying indoors, so that's why I got a Skywalker here. It's a styrofoam thing. It don't hardly even weigh an ounce. And I got a little Blade Nano quad. That's a lot of fun to fly, and just been enjoying flying.
I'm John Eaton. I live in Wellsboro here, and I have been flying RC airplanes since the 70s after I came to Wellsboro. I wanted to do it earlier when I was in the military, and when I came to Wellsboro, I got introduced to a couple of guys that were flying RC airplanes back in 72. We flew for a while, and then we started the club here. I've been flying mostly gas, but since the electric came along, I started flying electrics and doing the indoor flying, and also electrics outdoors. The spacewalkers here that Jim and I were chasing each other earlier with are little electric indoor airplanes. This is a little fixed pitch helicopter. It has self-stabilization in it, so if you let go of the controls, it'll come back to neutral and stuff. So it's really a little beginner's, or have somebody who can have some fun with it. The other thing I have here is like what Jim had, is a little Nano, which is a little quadcopter, and it's just fun to fly.
This is something that we do the most of when we fly indoors, because indoors has walls and a ceiling that we don't have outdoors. And we do this a lot. Tom is ordering parts. Okay, we had a little problem with a wall, and now we go to the book and we order parts. It's what we do.
My name's Mike Thrasher. I'm kind of a newbie. I've been up to the airfield a few times with these gentlemen. Last year after the Pancake Breakfast, they held the training. I was up for that. It is a lot of fun. This is my first time in the school this winter, and this is also a lot of fun. The little one, the yellow one here, I like to fly that around my house even. I fly it out through the kitchen, dining room. It drives the dogs nuts, but it's a lot of fun. The big one, I can fly out back, but it's also really nice in here. I'm glad they have the use of the school. I'm looking forward to joining the club. It is a heck of a lot of nice guys in this club. They are good people to learn from, and for newbies like me, as far as how to fly. I really appreciate it, so I would invite you out also.
I'm Mitch Darren. I'm president of the Mountain Modelaires Radio Control Club. We meet on the second Wednesday of every month. We have our meetings. I've been flying and wrecking radio control aircraft since 1973, and I'm flying these helicopters right here. These are a little more difficult to fly, but we have a lot of fun here flying at the gym, as you can see.
On behalf of the Mountain Modelaires, I'd like to thank everyone from Channel 13 for visiting us with us tonight. And we've enjoyed having you here, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing some of what we do. Now, we will fly until the second week of April inside the school. After that, we're at our Hillboat field flying the full-size RC airplanes. We'd love for you to come down and watch, talk to us, ask any kind of questions. Come and be our guests at our field. Again, it's Hillboat in Charleston, and we will see you at the Memorial Day Airport Breakfast on that Sunday. Please come visit with us, see some of our new airplanes, and sign up to come fly with us the week after. For more information about our club and the field location and some photos of what we do, please visit our website, mountainmodelaires.org.
It's a small community, close-knit, it's beautiful. We see people, we see their families over and over again. That's what's awesome about our hospitals.
Being affiliated with UPMC is a way for us to up our game.
Together, UPMC and Susquehanna Health are bringing life-changing medicine to north central Pennsylvania.
UPMC brings extraordinary innovation and intellect to virtually every aspect of the work we do. That's why we chose them.
It's an awesome match. We're affiliated with one of the best medical centers in the country.
The opportunity for us to learn and grow is incredible.
Exchanging ideas, sharing research, it's a tremendous opportunity to learn in real time with world-class experts.
When healthcare can be delivered close to home, everyone benefits.
Just to watch all this come together, this is it, and it can only get better.
Changing lives every day. UPMC Susquehanna.
As you will see throughout this program, there are many things that take place in our communities that you may never know about. Our friends, neighbors, and organizations often work behind the scenes to enhance the quality of life of those in our region. We've enjoyed showing you a few examples this week, and we hope you join us again for the Blue Ridge Community Report.